sinner, a bearer of the mark, sentenced to 9,125 days of scout servitude and stripped of your earthly status, you now belong to the All-Father. Transfer to the Blood Moon Penal Colony will commence immediately.
What have we here? New scout. What a pleasant surprise. Welcome to the Red Moon. How do you like your cell, inmate?
I guess we'll find out. All right. I really wanted that introduction just to play out. That sets the vibe. Holy crap. Okay. This one I haven't done much research on. I know that it's been in development for like 6 years. Something like that. I don't know how big the development team is, if they've developed anything else. I think there was a lot of hype around it, people watching it, waiting for it, wondering when is it ever going to come out, the usual routine. It's being received well. I liked the demo quite a bit. I think I played through the second part of that demo a couple times. And I really like what they're doing with it, so I would have bought it, and I may still buy it, depending on how much I really like this game. But because there were a handful of games on the Xbox Game Pass, I went ahead and got a month of that just to check these out, and this was there. So, and I was going to stream this yesterday, but my internet went out on me for like a day and a half. So that was not an option. Okay. How do I like to sell? What are you? I think please don't hurt me is also an appropriate response.
Huh? What are you?
My name is Aylin. I'm here to help you settle into your new life on Luna. We don't use Earth names here, so from now on, you'll be going by the designation Fox. It's a good name. I chose it myself.
Your giant head?
You're a giant head.
And you're a small human who is being inducted into the Scout program. It's been a while since I had a new Scout. Most of mine have got lost, or, well, perished.
I shouldn't be here.
You were gifted the Mark of Luna for a reason. Only those who bear those beautiful red eyes are chosen for such important work.
What if I disagree?
And what happens if I disagree?
You don't want to disagree with the All-Father, Fox. But enough of that. You must be very excited to be here.
Just tried to kill me. Or what kind of prison is this? Yeah, let's do that.
What kind of prison is this?
Don't be so dramatic. Now, as a scout, your job is to complete assigned missions down in the Abyss. Scavenging technology, reconnaissance, cleaning. Whatever we want you to do. The more missions you complete, the faster your sentence is reduced.
Down where?
So there is a spark of curiosity in there. The Abyss is the infinite structure inside of this lunar object you find yourself on.
Mega structures. I read about those.
In other words, you're in space. But don't worry.
Space!
Scouts don't leave their cells when they access the Abyss. You'll stay here whilst remotely piloting a warden, a sort of living machine.
You might call it an avatar.
Speaking of which, let's get you settled in, and then we'll look at assigning you one.
Anomaly detected. Canyon District. Scout action requested. Selection begins. Selection completed. Scout 5437, codename Folks, to report for duty.
Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. Looks like we'll need to settle you in later. Let's assign you a warden.
Is that saying appropriate here?
The end only comes. You say stop. Time to wake up, little wanderer.
This right here feels like the beginning of a Dark Souls game. Especially 3, where you wake up in a...
To wake up.
like a... looks like coffins that were tossed out of a castle. Alright.
Where am I? What happened to my body?
Now, given the way this game plays, I am primarily going to be playing on a controller. Unless something changes and I change my mind, but... mostly it's going to be controller, I think. And I am planning on digging into the story for this one. And not skip through a lot of these dialogues. Alright, this is my last entry. I've done all I can to survive, to hold those monsters back. Tried to bury as many as I can. Shitty makeshift tombs. They deserve better. Frank went first, tore up by whatever those things are. You could see it seeping into the tears in this warden after he fell, the black liquid. Alive, moving, couldn't get to his body, but I think his soul's gone. Then Jesse, Cooper, all dead, all lost. Now it's just me, alone and thinking of you, thinking of us. God, how I wish there was more of us. Hope you got away, Sarah. Hope you got away. Silvio.
You who have been chosen to inhabit Wardens. You who have been chosen to uncover the truth.
The Abyss provides.
In spite of those who seek to control us. You are marked ones. Red-eyed.
Nearly there. That's it. Adjustment here. Level that up there and... there we are. Finally a clear connection.
The Abyss.
I see the Abyss has chosen a Fate Warden for you. I take it you must be from a working class background. Oh, and you found a scout rifle too. How resourceful. But enough idle talk.
Couldn't you have sent me with one?
Made a request. A rare piece of lift technology
I guess not. The way that, you know, like, tap in.
an excavation tool known as the Shield Breaker. We need you to retrieve it for study.
Who have been chosen.
I'm adding its general location into your objective system. Track it down, and the All-Father will reward you.
Red-eyed servants of the blood.
carefully, Fox. There are adrift nearby. Don't be deceived by those still with a human form. Their souls have been consumed by the scourge that rots this place. All that's left.
Nope. All that's left is pure horror, is what she was saying. From Scout number 321, Churchill. Just screamed at me. Screamed, and those things adrift, he said. Consumed by the scourge? What the hell is the scourge? Not even a weapon, just thrown in. But I'm out, I got out. I'll just wait till she takes me back. Promise to do as I told. Promise to do as I'm told. I promise. Yeah.
Left is pure horror.
Checkpoint. Bloody bones. Ah. Oh yeah, overheat.
Probably should have warned you about the Mother Eyes network. Oops.
Thing just kind of kills over and dies when I kill the things defending it. Is that how that works? So dark. So dark. I definitely like some of the Blame vibes I'm getting from the game. Now I have read Blame between playing the demo and playing this, playing the full game now. So I wasn't making the connection last time, but I see it now. Anything up that way? Probably not. No. Let me go ahead and run around with mouse and keyboard for a minute. Whoa. Guess I thought that was water or something. Ah, yeah, this guy. Ugh.
There isn't much salvage left here, you know. All the useful technology was taken a long time ago.
Are you a prisoner?
No. I am a relic of different times. I envy you surface dwellers. These depths grow stifling after a while. I can't recall when I last saw moonlight.
A relic of different times?
We create time where none exists. It has no material meaning, no worth with which to measure. Everything that is exists only as the sum total of what was and what is yet to come. As the snake swallows its own tail, so time swallows itself. Do you see?
I'm not sure I do.
Nothing in life is irrefutable. Perhaps you will reach a different conclusion. But please tell me, what brings you to these decaying halls?
I'm looking for a piece of technology. Something called a shield breaker.
Ah, I see. So the automated detection system is still in working order. I use an old workshop not far from here. I think what remains of your shield breaker can be found there. Follow the path through this tower and cross the pipes that grow.
Thank you.
Take care, young scout.
Yeah, I had to pause there when I was playing the demo too, just to listen to that. Is this not the door I just came out of? Something shifted. I think this was like open. That's interesting. The waif. Seeing him skulking the halls of the abyss like a shadow, heard him communicate with the lost ones, trading tales of loss and sorrow so that they may come to peace with their fate. The nomad they whisper. Lucy Gale. I'm lost, I want to go home. Not my something. Not my church. Okay, so it's seated crouch. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this mouse keyboard for a minute. See if I'm gonna change my mind. Oh. I might just play it without lock-on. I feel like that was definitely made for controller. And it feels pretty good to play it with a controller, but without it, at least at the aim. I can imagine using that periodically to strafe during some... I'm expecting a lot more bullet hell scenarios in this game. I'm gonna turn off the controller for a little bit. Let's just play it like this. Try and turn it off anyway. There we go.
You're handy with a rifle, aren't you? Your records say you grew up in New London. A sinful place, according to the Allfather. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
It's none of your business.
Your transition here was a blessing, really. Anyway, it seems you have a clue from that disconnected about the Shieldbreaker's location. But be mindful. Not everyone you meet in the Abyss will be so kind.
Mother Eyes. But who is Mother? Constructs have neither parents nor memory of their own creation, yet their frenzy is such that one must consider the possibility that she is some strange and vengeful deity. One thing's for certain, hope I never meet her. Charis of Exeter. Bloody bones? Bastard eyes always watching, turning towards me. Give me the bloody creeps. The scholar in the cell next door, he says they are the most deformed of the Adrift. I say, no shit, Sherlock. Have you seen them lately? Rawheads, vicious, fearful, piteous. I've witnessed the transformation, the contortion, the growths, the pain. At first the eyes plead, make it stop, they cry. Then they change, black as midnight on a moonless night, before being swallowed back into the skull, eaten by something inside. Aelin. Each cell shall be equipped with a prison guard, model Aelin, serving the dual purpose of managing inmates' needs and directives and connecting their essence to the Abyss. Aelin models shall be networked from a single artificial consciousness, which shall take construction from the Allfather. The central Aelin consciousness has been programmed such that the Allfather's word is final in all matters. Thus, to the inmate, Aelin's word is God. And the Allfather. He hated that name, said it felt pompous, overblown. He'd set out to be a man of the people, and here the people were worshipping him like a religious icon. It was everything he'd railed against the church for, and yet he could no more stop them from idolizing him than he could control the turning of the tides or the shifting of the abyss. A man of the people must become precisely what they need. As to what that is, he has no say in the matter. Should be a button to show. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Not that I really plan on using that. Just the waypoints, objectives. Can't imagine the game's gonna really require that too much. Nope. You know, I had a thought. I could put the lock-on button on a... like, it's just somewhere random on the keyboard, or just delete it if it'll let me. That way I'm not tempted to use it. I put it at, like, I don't know, num minus. And then what would I use the right mouse for? Possess, depossess? Potentially. I feel like that might be worthwhile. When I get to that point, I might try it. Drift kill. Drift kill. With the weapon wheel. Yeah, the controls are actually pretty straightforward in this game. Yeah, so bind it to that. Shield Q, that might actually be better. We'll see. I don't have the shield yet, so as we get to that point, I'll figure that out. At this point, yeah, I'm not going to lock on. If I get to a point where I realize I probably need that, we'll see. The Abyss provides. I don't think I like the left alt being for the weapon wheel. R not being used for anything? I mean, Q is supposed to be used for, what was it? I think that was shield. If I'm going to put that on the right mouse button, then the weapon wheel could just be Q. Of course, I'm not planning using the weapon wheel. I have numbers.
Your sentence has been reduced by 10 days. Why don't you try the shield breaker out on those blue energy fields? I'll just locate a disconnection point to bring you back.
Okay, the threads are incredibly fine with crystalline. Each is like a unique strand of DNA. When combined with differing types, the possibilities are endless. Take this shield breaker. The substance drift is the same as any other tool, yet the combination creates a unique explosive effect, an intense combustion, and a beautiful blue hue. We've known this for hundreds of years, of course, but only surface level. Needed to think deeper. Each strand is as unique as an individual's identity. No, it is an identity. And right under our noses all this time, in our weapons, machines, wardens. Those lost are not forgotten, it seems. Still, there's work to do. There are new things to create from these identities, new experiments to perform. Need to stop procrastinating and get back to work. Time waits for no one, especially her.
connection completed. Scout 5437. Designation Forks. Location Canyon District. Investigate immediately.
Fox, we'll have to look at disconnecting you later. I've synchronized the origin location to your objective system, so you should be able to follow where that sound is coming from. Looks like that shield breaker may come in more useful than we thought.
Ah. Forgot what this was. Increase your connection health for the first time. Nice. Bump that up a little bit. Alright, extra block. Okay, those guys would go out in one shot with this thing. Damn. I forgot what these things do. Celebrant of money. Basically just a boss fight, I guess.
That was a close one. Celebrants are frightful adrift. Rumor has it they were once the aristocracy of the old colony. Now, they're as mindless as the rest.
Yep. bodies here. Ooh. Oh, these get kind of long. The one who answers, heed the call and descend, and you shall find the answer to the secret, the promise, that great and hallowed message for which humanity crossed this unthinkable distance. The church gives us nothing but whispers, and we are so hungry for revelation. Did you hear it too? Did you hear it too, love? Did you see the eye in your dreams, and did you wake in the night with the breathless certainty that this was the very purpose for which you were born? When I left you and the children behind, it was an act of mercy. We descend, we clamber, we struggle to be the first, the purest, the one who answers. No flesh or blood could be half as sacred. Regret, they call it. These dark and stinking halls. The secret's within impenetrable, and neither bomb nor prayer could pry the infernal door open. But still we try. We swarm like fervent little insects, scurrying, eager on hands and knees, and at last the eye opens wide, and it sees us. And oh, love, we were wrong. We were wrong.
Well, it's a good job we didn't need that wall to stay put. Still, if it helps you complete your mission, who am I to stop you drastically changing the abyss? By the way, I have a theory about the disruption. Well, more of an idea. Do you want to hear it? It sounds like some kind of signal. A malfunctioning warden emitting a distress beacon, maybe. Or it could be something else.
I don't even remember where the demo ended. I feel like it's a little up ahead somewhere nearby where it ended. I think I remember dropping down here. Well, at least the first half of the demo.
This place. I don't remember being here before. Looks like you're in unexplored territory now, Fox.
Oh, I could have just jumped up that way. Nice, okay. I guess. Seems like I can't go back that way, though. I don't see why not. There we go. Holy shit. Yeah, no, the demo didn't get me here. I think maybe it ended as I jumped down the pipes. No entry, keep out. Okay, I'm going in. I'll come back. Yeah. There's a door there. Go take a look at this. How many arms do you have, dude? It's a hand there. It's an arm there. It's a hand over there. Do I just drop? Stuff down there, but I feel like I may have just come up from that. Well, I can't go back up. Yeah, there's a jump pad there. It'll take me up there. Okay. Wait, that's not a jump pad. I can go in there. I want to read through these, and I will read through them, but reading it out loud the whole time, I'm starting to wonder. Never been big on that, on just reading everything out loud the whole time. Where's me out? Let's see, what do you make of this mad bollocks? I agree with A on principle. The church do love an opportunity to commodify the divine. Imagine them showing tickets to the great miracle. Under 12s go free. He's right, obviously, but the point stands. How are we going to how are we supposed to hide something like this? We're talking about the mass migration of 1,000 frenzied pilgrims, not a set of bloody door keys. Good thing those pious bastards never set foot down here, but it's a matter of time before they clock on. We've got Ed on the case, but try to mediate. I'm not about to let them take this from us, but if they fight back, we're going to need more than platitudes and principles. Is it still self-defense if you shoot first? Don't answer that. A listens to you, as well he should. Wings of the bloody Allfather. Use that to your advantage. You. Yes, get some bloody sleep, won't you? Yeah.
The signal is starting to interfere with my connection. I need you to pick up the pace. If my connection drops, you'll be alone again. So don't blame me if you end up lost in the dark. This signal is too strong for a malfunctioning warden. Something else is going on here.
You're breaking up. Run that by me again? I can't hear you. Looks like I'm on my own.
Okay, that swinging thing in that one other area, there were places I could go there. I'm hoping I'm gonna go back and that I didn't miss something. Yeah. Anybody who's creeped out by eyeballs, look away. Placental steps. Hold on. Let's see. Screenshot. It chose you, not me. Find the signal. Xbox achievements popping up here. Urian.
Huh? It stopped.
I suppose he sent you to hunt me down, yes?
You're being hunted?
Aren't we all? I'm Urian, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I came to locate a signal. It sounds like it's coming from that thing.
It sings to you, does it? How fascinating.
Well, can't you hear it?
All the time. It drives me mad, actually. I'd begun to suspect that I was imagining it. When you've been alone for as long as I have, you become a bit peculiar in the head.
What is it?
Everything. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a lie shaped like a promise. Fool's gold and I'm the fool. Wouldn't that be hilarious? But never mind me. It called to you, and you answered. So it's yours now. It wants to commune with you. You'll let it, won't you?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Rubbish. How else do you expect to learn anything? Go on! It won't bite you.
Sure as hell felt like it might for a minute there.
It would seem that it has chosen you.
There. Right here. There we go.
for Aelin.
As the snake swallows its own tail, we swallow time. Feed, wanderer. Feed.
A gift. Drift kill. Okay. Stagger an enemy after finish him. And it replenishes health.
I see you found my gift. You see that adrift over there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Consume its essence.
I remember that now.
Now we're in business.
I could probably set that to the right mouse button. Because I'm going to be using that a lot. Over here. You are now a ghost of the abyss. You can take control of Watcher Wardens by possessing them. E to take control and reach new areas. Yep. I remember that as well.
You're growing, evolving into something more. The eye is open. It sees through you now. These little gifts of mine, think of them as aids to fulfilling the prophecy, the promise the bastard tore away from us.
What do you want from me?
Find your way to Greymont, to the cathedral at the heart of the city. There, I'll be waiting, and there you will find answers. Aelin will find answers. Getting out of here might be a challenge, but, well, we've all got to start somewhere. Transcend, folks. I have every faith in you.
Oh, barely. There a reason to go down there? Probably just the launch pad if you fail. Hold that thought. And what did that do? Oh, hey. Urian Caldecott. We've got a saying down here: if you want to know tomorrow's weather, talk to a meteorologist. If you want to know tomorrow's news, talk to Urian Caldecott. Seamus McLaughlin. Oh god. It kind of worked. Not according to plan, but got me there. Yep, I need to get rid of those. Oh, okay. Got it. Understood. Well, damn. Pretty sure I've been here. Oh yeah, I'm back. Here we go. Here we go.
There you are. Didn't I warn you about losing my connection?
You did.
What's happened?
Nothing.
You look different.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where's your warden? You're just a...
Urian. He... Ugh, it was so loud.
Urian? You don't sound so good. Let's get you out of there and check you over. There's a connection point nearby. You'll need to climb up through Warden's Regret to reach it. I can extract you from there. I'm loading the location into your system now.
Oh, okay. Almost didn't make it there. Why am I shooting it? I know how that works. I'm gonna have to jump and... Oh, there we go. No, God, they're everywhere. There's something around here I can collect other than the data pad. Unless that is it. The Giant. This baleful-looking fellow is a proto-warden, the being to which our dear little machines owe their name. He, or at least we assume it's a he, has presided over these halls since humanity first found its way here, and so when we speak of Warden's regret, it is his contemplative silence spanning centuries to which we are referring. Is it alive? If I could answer that, I wouldn't be giving guided tours of the Abyss for minimum wage, now would I now?
Just run an analysis on your status. I have never experienced anything like this. Whatever happened to you down there, whatever this Urian did to you, he somehow managed to detach your consciousness from your warden form. To cut a long story short, you're a ghost, or at least a protection. Like Luckily for you, it's the consciousness itself I connect to, not the warden. Which means I should be able to bring you back safely.
It's a weak one. Fate Warden, FAT. A running joke among the workers that if you end up in a... can't talk. If you end up in one of these, you might just be one of life's background characters. Numerous, nondescript, and largely useless. Small wonder what this is, small wonder that this is the form the Abyss assigns to the average Fate drone. Got it. Another one of these.
Mother, send help! Yes, she did. Oh, you're really in for it now.
Absalom. Come on. Okay. Very, very quick break. I'm getting cold. AC's running. Yeah, just give me a minute. Get something on my arms. Yeah, I'll be back. I think I'm also gonna make myself a little bit of coffee, something warm to drink. I'll be back. I just realized I have this music playing, but that's my that's turned up. All right, I have this music playing, but it's muted. That doesn't help much. Oh, there we go. That should be working now. Okay. Well, I forgot I had that set to fade. Yeah, let me go ahead and fix that before I jump in this. So I thought I had decaf coffee. I am fresh out. I'd pick up some more tomorrow, I guess. I'm not making caffeinated coffee tonight, so I'm gonna have to go without. It's okay. All right, let's go. Got flowers on you.
Hey, you're a funny-looking one.
Ellie.
Excuse me?
Begging your pardon, no one's used this lift in a few, and I ain't ever seen anyone looking like you before.
You're pretty unusual too.
Fair play. Suppose I've been a bit truncated since I lost my twin. I'm Ellie, by the way.
Does this thing still work?
Of course it still works. Granted, it's been several centuries since anyone but me used it, but don't you worry. I keep the old girl in tip-top shape. Some days, I ride all the way to the top, and some days I go all the way back down to the bottom. Oh, we do have a grand old time. What are you doing down here anyway? You don't look like one of them churchy types.
I'm a scout. This is my first day, actually. They sent me down here to find a signal and... well, it's a long story.
Oh, right. And what's a scout when it's at home?
Scouts? Aelin? Giant head?
I know how to go up and how to go down. Ain't got much call to know anything else. My twin, now he liked to know everyone's comings and goings. Like to keep up with all the drama, you see. Round about the time everything went pear-shaped down here, he just sort of disappeared. Ain't seen him since.
Oh. Is he looking for you?
Nah, probably not. Nobody lives forever, do they, folks? Be a funny old world if we did. Anyway, off you pop. Got things to do, places to go.
Didn't expect that kind of character here, but I kind of like her. Ellie. Warning to all personnel, authorized entry to Warden's Regret. Let me reread that. Warning to all personnel, authorized entry to Warden's Regret. The lift may occasionally attempt to recite poetry. Under no circumstances must this be permitted. Should accidental exposure occur, management recommends a lie down in a dark room until your will to live returns. Official Fate Health and Safety Bulletin. Oh, damn. Damn. I assume I probably don't want to jump in there. I can't. This does remind me of the furnace from Control.
The disconnection point is just around the corner. You've done good work today, inmate. Just a little further now. That should do it. Disconnecting you now. Welcome back, Fox. How are you feeling?
I was a ghost?
I suppose it must have been quite a traumatic experience. The good news is, you completed your mission. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days. The bad news is, you lost a warden. That's a penalty of 20 days. I'm sure you'll do better next time.
What the hell happened to me?
If I'm being honest, I don't know. Your neural signature, the signal inside you that is normally intrinsically connected to a warden, has become separated. It is now its own entity.
And that means...
You no longer need a warden to protect you from the scourge in the abyss.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Your vital signs look fine. Better than before, in fact. I doubt many humans would have the mental strength to adapt as quickly as you did. It's quite impressive.
Urian, he mentioned you by name? He said this is for Aelin.
Well, that is unusual. However, not surprising given my research on him so far.
He said something about going to Grey... Grey... Oh, my head.
You need to rest, Fox. Leave this Urian to me. We'll talk tomorrow.
Library. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I could just collect all these things as I play through the levels and I get back here and I can read them. I really wanted to do it that way, I guess.
You should probably get some sleep, Fox. Time for bed, Fox?
Sleep sounds good.
Over 9,000 days. I think there's like 25 years. Had to calculate that a little earlier. You're not just ahead. Okay, that's weird.
Good morning, folks. Are you feeling better?
How am I supposed to feel better when I'm stuck in this place?
I'm chalking that response up to you having a bad night's sleep, Fox. In any case, I've been looking into this Urian character. He's quite the proverbial can of snakes.
He said someone was hunting him down.
I should hope so. He's got a rap sheet as long as my neck. Urian Caldecott, wanted for historic crimes against the old colony. Treason, espionage, theft, reckless endangerment of life. The list goes on. He is to be apprehended at all costs. I've logged a mission request into the system for you.
That eye. It feels like it's in my head.
I don't know what that place was, but I believe Urian lured us there for a reason.
He mentioned something about prophecy.
Yes, well, there might be something to that. The Abyss still has secrets. We don't know much about the original prophecy, the one that drove the church to build the lost colony. But we do know that they believed there was a heart to the Abyss, a place of immense power that would open up to those that were true believers. It seems Urian is a hangover from a time long lost, a dangerous extremist.
He told me he'd be waiting for me in Greymont.
Greymont. It was the capital of the old colony, the birthplace of the Scourge. A powerful place. I can't help wondering if he's luring you into a trap.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be some cult-like elements to this here.
But you're gonna send me there anyway.
Capture request for fugitive Urian Caldecott accepted. Scout 5437, designation Fox, to report for duty. Bounty set at 4,000 days. Reduction to sentence.
Damn.
I was hard on you yesterday. I admit that. But if you do as I say and follow my orders, you have a real chance of making it home one day. Anyway, it's time to go back to the Abyss and get to work. As you don't have a warden anymore, I've had to use an old disconnection point to triangulate a suitable location. Luckily for you, it's exactly where we need to go to open the way to Greymont. Let's go, connecting you to King's Reach.
Alrighty. Okay, so it's gonna give me a chance to go back to the library before we do it. No need.
Would you like to connect to the Abyss?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm ready.
What else am I gonna do? I do like this so far. It is very linear. I think I'm okay with that. It's always possible that it could open up a little more in some of these levels, but yeah, so far it's very just like funnel you from one place to the next. And a lot of games will do that, but it's not always so obvious that it's doing that. It's not terrible, it's just linear. I like the vibe, I like the gameplay.
Glad that worked as intended. Welcome to King's Reach, Fox.
Okay. This immediately already feels slightly more open. We'll see. There you go. Panic! We can't leave. My wife is too ill. I can't even get her out of this bed, let alone drag her through the streets. And even if I could, we'd barely last 10 minutes out there. I can hear them all screaming at each other like it'll make a blind bit of difference. Trampling each other, pushing kids, the very worst of human behavior. Where do the people end and the monsters begin? Can't stay hidden in here forever. Sooner or later I'll need to leave. Dot needs medicine, food, water. I don't have a weapon. I'm a researcher, for God's sake. Why would I need one? The thought of facing those monsters scares me almost as much as losing her does. Keep calm and carry on, that's what Dot used to say. Might be the brains of the operation, but she is and always has been the heart. Dr. Branning. Warden's only beyond this point. Okay, had to try. Oof. I don't think I can get up there. Okay. Oh.
After the scourge erupted, it said the All-Father fought to seal the darkness away once and for all. Both here and back in the Old City, stopping the spread of the disease. The train line to Greymont has been sealed shut for hundreds of years. But if you're to follow the All-Father's orders and apprehend Hurian, we'll need to find a way to break these seals and open the door. It's the only logical thing to do. I've seen something like this before. A commune in the Weeping Meadows uses one as their sigil. They're a group of disconnected. They like to keep themselves to themselves. It won't be easy to get past their defenses, but they may know what this seal means and how to break it. I'm uploading the Weeping Meadows route to your objective system, Fox. The path is an old scout trail, but it won't be easy to navigate. Keep your wits about you.
Hey, it's this guy again.
Oh, hello again.
Have we met?
Ah, yes. I'm a ghost now.
Forms are ever in flux, some more than others. We may be many things in one lifetime. Did you find what you were looking for?
I found more than I bargained for.
And was it what you expected?
I didn't expect anything. I was just doing as I was told.
Between expectation and reality resides only unhappiness. The world promises infinitely more than it bestows. Perhaps yours is the greater wisdom.
Imprisonment isn't wisdom.
Is that how you perceive your service? But please, don't let me keep you. I've all the time in the world, you see. And you have so very little.
Uncanny Valley. Just so human. Whole place feels, what is that phrase, and something is just off. Uncanny. That's it, like they knew we were coming somehow. Sure, we shaped it to suit our own needs, but even before we laid the first stone, this place felt strangely familiar. Just pareidolia, isn't it? Seeing patterns where none exist, dreaming of home, that's all. I'm starting to feel like there's just one too many of these logs. could go up there, see what's over this way. Nothing. Okay. Yep. No. Did I really see AI viewers? Like, it's one thing to try to scam people into buying more viewers. You can think that, well, maybe it's gonna do something to bring more people in here, but AI viewers just like, hey, why don't you just boost your numbers artificially? I'm not giving it any days. It's not getting out. At least 25 consecutive life sentences, that's all we need. Alright, because I'm going down here. Oh, okay. What is this? I can talk to these? Oh, there's... Okay.
And I'd begun to think we were the only scouts left down here.
Voice is not what I expected.
What brings you to sunny old King's Reach, little one?
Have you come from the Weeping Meadows? I'm heading that way myself.
I see, I see. Off on holiday, are you?
You get a holiday? I need to speak to HR.
Never mind him. He's just being daft.
Apologies, little one. I suppose you must be out for salvage too. Not that there's much left. Me and Orion here spend our days combing the abyss for odds and ends. Sending technology back to Earth is the official line. Problem is, these machines have been rotting for the better part of 2 centuries, so most of it's useless old shit.
I'm sorry. He doesn't mean to be crude.
Yeah, he does.
Well, time waits for no man. Or spider, eh? Good luck to you on your travels, little one. Maybe we'll cross paths again somewhere down the road.
Interesting. They do the Half-Life thing.
I see you've met my other scouts.
Everett and Orion? They seem nice. Have you had them long?
They're not pets, Fox.
How many scouts are there anyway? Aside from the 3 of us, I mean.
Not as many as there used to be.
Oh, damn. That works. Why do I feel like I found Cube from the movie Cube, where the prisoners are trapped in a cube? Honestly, that would make for a pretty crazy game. Probably good roguelike. What is weird for me to say. When they have these rearranging rooms in a cube. Traps everywhere. Very striking art in this. Yeah, for sure. A lot of Blame influences. Oh, damn. That hurt. God, I feel like I'm just back in the first level. Hey, double jump. Now it's a video game.
Well, you're quite the little prodigy. Oh, really? I'm delighted with your progress. This little gift is going to make your journey all the more satisfying. A spring in your step, you might say, or a boost in your jump. Breathe in that power. Savor it.
Aylin warned me about you.
Oh, dear Aylin. Forgive her, won't you? She's not quite what she used to be. She'll soon come around. Now, chop chop, I'm already tired of waiting for you. Greymont is awfully dull nowadays.
Honestly, this game, I'm not going to completely judge it until I finish it, but this kind of game with the architecture, the, like I said, the art's striking. It's got a vibe that could definitely do with some stretches of isolation. Nobody talking to you. Quiet. Just kind of lets you get into your head for a little bit. And then when you do run into somebody you can talk to, it's kind of startling. I think that would be nice for this game, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get that. Because, as we've probably discussed before, lately, whether it's a movie or a video game or TV show, anything, there has to be constant talking. Gotta have people radio chattering in your ear. There has to be somebody running around with you. There always has to be conversation. And it makes everything feel way too crowded. So far, I still like this. That hasn't really been a problem, but just like everybody has direct radio contact with you, and I'm like, I don't think this game should have had that necessarily, but I don't know what the end goal is yet. Haven't finished yet, so we'll see. Did you know games like to narrate stuff at you? Honestly, the first time that I heard about this complaint and realized, like, oh my god, they're right, was with the PS4. Yeah, it was the PS4, I think, Ratchet and Clank remake. They took the original game, which already had a lot of personality, and they just injected dialogue upon dialogue upon dialogue, radio chatter, and like they would not shut up. And it seems like that's been kind of established as a thing now. And also, they clearly wanted to tell some sort of story here, and they're not just relying on like in-game narrative happening in front of you. They're loading you up with logs like nobody's business. To the point where I'm gonna read these. I just don't know if I'm gonna read them out loud anymore. I'm playing this after work. I'm tired. I've been up for like 13 hours. Like, I don't know why, as much writing as these people do for their games, like this, there's gonna be enough here, I think, for at least a short book. They might as well, to be fair, like indie games like this maybe is gonna be harder to accomplish, but it makes me wonder, why don't they just release some sort of like companion book to go along with it to supplement the story? Plenty of games have done that, usually bigger budget games, but self-publish it on Kindle, sell it for a few bucks. People really want to dig into it. Streamline the game and provide the supplemental additional story. But I don't know, if they pulled that out of here, maybe a lot of the extra vibe will be lost. The backstory, a little more understanding of what's going on. Hey, I remember this level from Mario 64. I think it's where you unlock the metal hat. It would be funny if that was their actual inspiration for this part. Okay. It sure as hell looks like it. Well, that doesn't go far at all. Okay, I'm not getting over there. Alright. Now. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I slid too far. No! Crap. You know, let's just... I really don't need those platforms, do I? Ow. 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 Shit. Guess we'll go this way. Okay. Jump. I think I started getting tired of infinite logs scattered throughout a game about 5 years ago. I like the additional backstory most of the time, but they don't always really add much of anything to the actual game. I don't need a log talking about how somebody was scared down here for me to look around and go, oh damn. If the environment isn't enough to do that for you, then you need to work on the environment. Not that they have to, it's already good. Okay. Found what I was looking for. Possibly. Okay. Oh. I go up on that? Oh, almost slipped off that. What is this? This is kind of a shield. Interesting. Ow. Didn't work for me. Huh. Okay. These are rather large beds. Is separation possible? Shield wall. Another one! Yay! Okay. You know, whenever there's a mechanic that people like, eventually it starts to get overused and oversaturated in games. And then eventually there's a game that does it far too much, or does it in it's an excessive amount. They do it in such a way that people get sick of it. And if this game keeps ramping up how many of these it drops, like every other room, it's gonna be too much. I don't want to stop every 5 minutes to read lore. Putting too much faith in your writing getting my attention that much. I am interested, but it is going to do the point where they're like, well, you got to read the book as you're playing the game. Like, I really just want to play the game. And if I really am interested in the story, then yeah, maybe I'll buy your book. All right, change of scenery. Weeping Meadows. Now this feels like a Halo area.
The Weeping Meadows. It never fails to impress me with its beauty. Well, what beauty is left? The Scourge has ravaged the landscape down here, despite the All-Father's best efforts. Those in the commune painted their sigil across the meadows to attract survivors. They must know something about its origin. I hope the Scourge didn't get to them too. That would really make your mission difficult. Well, let's be optimistic, folks. To the commune.
There's gotta be a path. It is not a path. I don't know what that is. I wonder. Nope, I just can't go that way. Okay, do that in a second. But the whole purpose of this side area is just more lore. Okay. Yeah. Lore, look at that. Yeah, that's the path that just came up from. Interesting. Okay. No. Really? I can climb ledges, but not fences. Yeah, I know. There's one that way. Platform over there. Can't open that from here. Okay. Guess that is one way to do it. Could have just slid under, but hey, alternate path. Lore, look at that. Lore every freaking corner now. There's gonna be some running around. Okay.
You know, they used to call this place the Garden of Luna. It was the agricultural center of the Abyss. At its peak, enough produce was grown here to keep the entire colony fed. Now all those fields are flooded with scourge. The people who live down here fought bravely, trying to hold back wave after wave of drift. The commune is all that's left of a once thriving community. It's only thanks to the Allfather that anyone survived at all.
Okay, so that's the intended route. Yeah, I want to be interested in the story, so it's killing me that the lore is killing me. And it's not even necessarily that it's bad, but I've already read a handful of them where I could tell that it didn't really add to the story. It was just like you would see in a lot of these games where it's about other random characters that have nothing to do with the plot who met their untimely demise just to further establish that yes, this place is dangerous, as you may have noticed from all of the bodies. Like, you don't need all that, and maybe their argument is that, well, you don't have to read them. That's the point, is they're not going to be essential to the story, so you can skip them if you really want to. But I don't like that either, because I want to see these lore pages and be like, oh, extra plot, like extra story, you know, what's going on here, some extra context. But I'm not getting that a lot of it's going to be that at all. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it's oversaturated. Got a little full of themselves in their writing. It's just more and more and more and more and more. Okay, I could have just jumped to that next one. I was expecting like Metroid Prime levels of lore, scanning things. Well, not so much scanning, they didn't have that in the demo even, but like Metroid Prime, at least the first one, I don't know about the others, but there were plenty of things you can read and just kind of learn a little bit more about the enemies and the civilization there and everything, but it got in and got out. It was concise. It did not waste your time. Oh, nope. Not ready for that. Alright, there we go. Maybe they think the intelligent, patient, sophisticated gamer will be happy to sit down and read all the lore dumps. But you gotta understand, it's not so much about us not being patient or interested in the whole story, and like there's methods to how you can effectively tell a story in a video game, and so far outside of the lore dumps it's fine. Another one of these. But I was even thinking about that earlier, how there's certain things that you can do in a book that's harder to do in a movie, like an unreliable narrator. There's ways to do it, but not quite the same way that you can do it in a book. In video games, there's certain things you can do in a movie and in a book that you can't do in a video game. So you gotta learn how these mediums function and cater to that to a degree. And
Mother! They found us!
in the oh yeah, these things. And what really gets me is that when these lore dumps come around and it's like somebody on their last leg getting ready to die, and they're just like writing, like spending the last few breaths writing something that doesn't really, maybe it has character development for that random person, but doesn't really feel like it adds anything to the game, and it's often a little cheesy how it ends, like just trails off, and it's like they got killed in the midst of writing, and that happens so often that it's kind of hard to believe now. They make fireworks sounds. would like to fight the enemy without these things constantly. There we go. Ah. Okay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Yeah, I could have paced that better. I see you over there. Hidden lore. Look at that. I would honestly prefer more types of collectibles than this. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Now I can't go back that way. What is that? Hey buddy, I think I know who you are.
Min's going to be cross.
Who's Min?
It doesn't matter. You're interesting. What do you want? Is that interesting too?
I'm just curious about the sigil on your banner.
Nobody remembers anymore.
I'm gonna sit down for a second. Give me just a minute.
I know all kinds of things. The reactor. That's where we found it. It meant something important, I think.
Something important?
I don't remember. She'll be cross, but maybe Min will let you go look for it. You should speak to her inside.
Okay, is not who I thought it was. Disconnected commune. Okay. Okay. I think I'm starting to see a combination of influences in this game. One of which is like blame because of the mega structure, which has given way to more open areas like this. This area makes me think that they also pull some influences from Made in Abyss, which is a kind of a pretty fucked up anime. There is this town of like creatures, people who have kind of reached a state where they can like exchange parts, take off parts, trade their parts, and it's very colorful. Some of these characters seem quite colorful. Yeah, I can't get in there. Like, look at this guy.
I'm surprised Min didn't shoot you on sight. Maybe she's grown soft over all these years.
Maybe I made a good first impression.
The world hasn't yet crushed all the optimism out of you. That's cute. In the absence of a good life, we hope only for a meaningful end. To die well is no great shame.
Lore! More lore! I might have to call it. Getting progressively more tired. Got to spend some serious time on this over the weekend, I think. So I might not hop back on tomorrow after work. I might just chill out and rest. It's been a busy week. Up really early. Lost a bit of sleep over the last couple of days. And this feels like a good place to come back to, just kind of explore, see what's going on in this place. I don't know, I feel like there's probably not going to be a lot of conversation with characters here. We will see, but it's been about 2.5 hours. I think it's a good place to stop right now. Last checkpoint 2 minutes ago. Okay. I do hope, I genuinely hope that by the end of this game, I'm going to feel very positive about it. Like, so far it hasn't really grabbed me in the way that I was hoping it would, but we'll give it time. I do like the art. I like the concepts. The weapons, the gunplay is okay. Feels like it just kind of serves a purpose. Overall not terrible, but it just does feel a little, I guess the gunfighting does feel a little uninspired. It's leaning into the bullet hell aspect. We'll see how far that goes. Also, do we have how long this game is so far? I don't think that number was there a few days ago. 7.5, upward to 12 hours for completionists, so that's not terrible. I can get this done in good 3-4 streams. I think it'll be worth it. Even if I think it's okay. I don't mind doing that for, you know, a good 10 hours, and with the way that this is so far, I like it. I'll give it time. I was also trying to get a few good screenshots here. I'm gonna have to download this one, I think. I was trying to get a good screenshot of this at that scene without the skip icon, and I failed. If I start a new game, to get that cutscene again, it's gonna override my current progress. One save file. Yeah, I could probably just download a new version of it, or I'll just not worry about that. I could probably Photoshop that out, actually. Not gonna go that far. It does have some good visuals. There we go. That's definitely an Evangelion visual. Yeah, the art design is, I think, is going to end up being the strongest part of this game. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to bail. I will see you next time.